I was depressed. I'm definitely a yapper. I read everywhere. More money to buy more books. Reading is here to stay. Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Favor's Flavor. My name is Favor and I talk about everything nursing, books, and travels. If you're interested in any of those things, I hope you like it here and I hope you subscribe and stick around. So this video is something that's like exciting for me to make because it means that I'm actually like sticking to a hobby. And if you're not new to my channel, I feel like a lot of the subscribers that I've gotten over the past month and a half ish have been from my book videos. But if you've been with me before then, you would be surprised about me posting book videos. As you've seen so far, I've posted about 5 videos so far about books. And don't worry, the nursing videos are still gonna come, the travel videos are still gonna come. But I just wanted to make my introduction into the BookTube community as a newbie. Yeah, so that's what this video is going to be about, and I hope you stick around and listen. Just wanted to shout out my Cowboy Carter t-shirt. If there's something you should know about me, I love Beyonce. So if you love Beyonce, make sure you subscribe, okay? So let's get right into the video. So the first question in the tag is, why did you start this channel? And if you see me looking over this way, I'm just looking at my laptop that has the questions in this tag. Why did I start this channel? So I've had this channel for like 5 years already, even though I didn't start back making videos until about a year-ish ago, back in June or July of last year. And I mostly did nursing and travel content. I've definitely not been a consistent YouTuber. That's just something that I haven't really got a handle on until now. So I hope you subscribe. I'm definitely going to be more consistent. So if you also looked at my channel, I did not post anything in the month of June. From the month of like March to May, I basically did just shorts. I was definitely going through it. I was depressed. My mom got sick and life was just lifing. And shout out to my boyfriend who also got me this beautiful lily plant right here. I basically watched one of those TikTok videos that's like hobbies to do in your 20s, and reading was one of them. I actually originally wanted to learn how to swim because at my big age I don't know how to swim. I was actually working towards swimming, but it didn't quite work out. My boyfriend was like, you know what, why don't you try reading? And I remember that day clearly. It was May 31st 2025. We went to like Barnes & Noble and I got my first book. So, and that literally just has taken off that we're literally in my 3rd month and I've read I believe 17 books so far in less than 3 months. So that's kind of why I started this channel. I might not even be answering these questions correctly, but I'm sorry. I'm definitely a yapper, so if you're not a yapper, I'm sorry. But that's basically why I started this channel, if you will, or I basically rebirth my channel, because so far I've been pretty consistent with the book videos because I just love it. Like I'm just like, reading is here to stay, and I hope I can make this into something bigger. So I hope you guys will come along with me on this journey. I would really love you guys to be there. That's a long answer. So the second question says, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I believe I'm bringing myself as someone that's like, I feel like BookTube is big. There's a lot of like, that's something that I've definitely gone down the rabbit hole is that BookTube is big, and I just bringing myself to the table. I feel like I bring a different perspective as someone that's a nurse working 12 hours and doesn't exactly get to like read at my desk or listen to books at my desk. How I get to read, and I hope I can make reading vlogs in the future. I'm not really a vlog person, but I hope I can make videos like that to just show how I read. And definitely as someone that's a Nigerian. My last 2 or 3 videos was about a book outlet haul with just Nigerian authors. If you may or may not know, I'm a Nigerian, so I definitely tend to gravitate towards Nigerian authors and Nigerian books, Nigerian stories, which is something that I don't know if I know of any Nigerian booktuber. I may be wrong, but if you know any of them, please comment down below. I would like to connect with them. But I do know of like 2 Nigerian book talkers. I believe one of them's name is Neme Reads. I'll put a screenshot of it up here, but she's someone that I've definitely gotten some recommendations from. So if I can think of anything at the top of my head, that would be like the 2 things I feel like I would bring to the table that unique, aside from just being myself. So the third question says, what are you most excited for about about this channel. I believe just getting to like read. Obviously, channels are obviously forcing me to read more, because there's some days I'm just like, I don't want to read, but then I'm like, well, you made this TBR with like 6 books. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to force myself to read. At that point, I might as well just not read the book. But in terms of like when I'm just laying down in bed, I'm just like, you know what, you could be listening to a book right now. Definitely getting to hear about different stories. Hopefully I can get to read more like historical fiction when I'm in a better place mentally. Like I just said, I was depressed, just getting off of that. So I don't want to read any books that's gonna like take me back to a place I don't want to be. Getting to share my love for reading and the books I'm currently reading with other people, and also watching other people's videos, that has to be what I'm most excited for. So the 4th book is Why Do You Love Reading? It's definitely been an escape for me. Just getting to like read something different every time. Like no book is exactly the same. Some books might have the same premise. Even books in a series might have the same characters, but no books are the same. And it gives me an escape and just helps me calm down. It also gives me some perspective. While some books are not real, some are real. And I'm able to learn stuff about certain stuff from the books that I can basically apply to my own life. I'm sorry guys, my ashes are really long. I hope this video is not too long. So the 5th question is, what book or series got you into reading? And that's my girl, Kennedy Ryan. The first book I got at Barnes & Noble, May 31st, 2025, was Before I Let Go. While I was like browsing and seeing what authors there were, I definitely knew I wanted to start with like a Black author. Before I Let Go, the Skyline series, which I've read all 3 books, 5 out of 5 recommended. If you're someone that's new to reading, I totally recommend Kennedy Ryan books. They're definitely gonna like, I don't even think I would have gotten this far in my journey if it wasn't for picking up her book first. And I can't wait to possibly meet her in the future. That would be full circle for me. So the 6th question says, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I think the question I had 2 videos ago was, how much do you guys spend on books? That's all I want to know. I use my local library, which I recommend everybody does, and finding out about Book Outlet has been a great resource because you get books there at least 50% off. But how much are you guys spending on books? Are you spending $100? Are you spending $200? I'm trying to make a budget, and this is something that's new to my budget, so I'm just like, am I ridiculous for spending this much, or should I increase, decrease, that sort of stuff? That would be my question. So the 7th question says, what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I don't know how to answer a question because I'm not new to YouTube. I'm just new to BookTube. I guess the hardest challenge to overcome would be, at least so far, has been like keeping up with my TBR. Honestly, that's the only thing I can think of. If I'm not answering the questions correctly, I hope you guys comment that down below. But so far I don't anticipate having any hardships. I mean, except from having more money to buy more books. Yeah, that's definitely a challenge, and having to wait on Libby or the library to get a book. That's the only thing I can think of, because honestly, it's a hobby for me and I love it. So I hope I don't stress myself to a point where I start resenting the hobby. So let's not talk about that. So the 8th question is, when did you start reading? And I already answered this question. May 31st, 2025, the book Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Number 9, it says, where do you read? I read everywhere. I read in my house. I read at work when I can. I read while driving. One of my jobs is like a long commute, so that's where my audiobook comes handy. I don't see a place that I wouldn't read at. Most of the time now, I make sure that I at least take a book with me anywhere I'm going to, just in case there's some downtime. I have a book with me. Number 10 says, what kind of books do you like to read? I love contemporary fiction, although I lean mostly to like romance, but anything contemporary fiction, anything that would make me see a glimpse of my current life and what's around me. Yeah, those are the kinds of books that I like. But I'm also pretty new in my reading journey, so there's still a lot I still need to explore. Number 11, it says, what does your book collection look like? I will insert a video of my current bookshelf. It's not that much, but just what it looks like right now. There's 5 more questions that I got on a different website. It says, are you audio, physical, or ebook? I'm a physical person, although audiobook has been coming in handy, especially when I'm doing stuff around the house, or again like on my long commute. I believe right now I'm listening to Nearly All the Men in Lagos Are Mad by Damn Larry Cuckoo. I'm definitely a physical person. The next question is, how do you choose your next book? A combination of ways. I'm still a new reader reader, so there's a ton of books I still have to catch up with. Right now it's a combination of the library, the YouTubers that I watch, online from browsing, Goodreads. There's a bunch of ways. Okay, so the third to the last question says, do you buy or borrow books? I do both. I definitely like the idea of buying my own books and one day growing my collection up. I'm 70% buy, 30% borrow. I definitely utilize my local library, which I recommend everybody does the same too, and you can get access to Libby, which gives you access to some audiobooks, so definitely utilize your library. Second to last question says, do you read one book at a time or juggle? I read one book at a time. Right now, this is the closest I've gotten to juggling. Like I said, I'm listening to Nelly Other Men in Lagos and Mad by Damian Kuku, and I also started this book yesterday. It's The Lives of the Ajungo. It's a fantasy novella that I started yesterday, but I definitely cannot read multiple books at the same time. I'm not that much of a book expert yet to handle that. So my last question says, do you DNF a bad book or keep reading? I DNF. So far, there's only been one book that I've DNF'd in the 3 months that I've been reading, because so far I've carefully curated my TBRs and the books that I get. So I do know there's going to be a lot more books that I might DNF. Definitely not reading the book. The book I DNF'd was Dream Count by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. It took me a week to read 25% of the book. Yeah, I definitely tried my best, but I'm not one to sit down, especially if it's a long book and it's barely in the plot. Yeah, I'm gonna DNF it. I'm not sitting there reading the book. But that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you guys have learned more about me and my journey being a new booktuber. And I hope you guys come along with me. I hope you like, I hope you comment, I hope you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.